blockchain community. The European Central Bank is planning to regulate Bitcoin and blockchain, as if it's a cucumber.
Okay.
And they can specify its shape and size. And Bitcoin doesn't give a damn, because Bitcoin is not a physical thing. It does not live in a specific border, and it does not care about these regulations. The thing is that if the European Central Bank or the community want to regulate Bitcoin, they should hire some developers to write their own version of Bitcoin and buy some mining equipment so they can mine their own version of Bitcoin, and then ask all of us if we want to use Eurocoin. Most of us will probably say, no, that's okay, Bitcoin's great. They cannot change the fundamental rules of Bitcoin. If they make it illegal in one country, it happens in another. If they try to tell programmers what to do, they have to first find these programmers who live all around the world. In order for Bitcoin to be regulated, you would require the collaboration of every country in the world at the highest political levels. If they have that much political capital, they should probably try global warming first and then talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is resistant to regulation, just like the internet was. And you can regulate the edges. You can regulate how Bitcoin is converted into euros and from euros into Bitcoin, because those systems touch the banks. And so that they can get a bank account, they must have a license. So you can regulate the edges, which means that when you try to convert Bitcoin into euros or euros into Bitcoin, you will touch the regulated system, unless the regulated system becomes too difficult, in which case you'll start to do it on the street, in cash, with a phone, because this is a bank. When I was in Argentina, I asked people, can I exchange Bitcoin? Can I exchange dollars? They said, exchanging currency is only allowed at the official offices and currency centers that are licensed by the government. I came out of my hotel. On the corner, there was a guy. He looked at me coming out of the hotel, and he said, psst, euros, dollars, Argentinian pesos. I walked one block. There was another guy. Hey, psst, euros, dollars, Argentinian pesos. I go to the main street, and there's an exchange shop with a policeman standing next to the exchange shop. And right in front of him, there's a guy, before I get to the exchange shop, goes, hey, psst, euro, US dollars, right in front of the police. How does that happen? It happens because if you make something illegal and people are desperate, they're going to bribe the police officer with the euros and US dollars that are illegal to have. And if you make Bitcoin illegal, then the way you know which police officer is corrupt enough to take your bribe is if they accept Bitcoin or not. And if they do, that means that you can bribe them. And I'm not suggesting you do that here, but I'm suggesting they're already doing it in Venezuela, because that's where you will be arrested for doing this. But if the inflation is 550% and you're watching your entire family's fortune disappear and your children are in danger of losing their education, their healthcare, their food, you stop caring about what is legal and what is illegal, and you start caring about what is just and what is unjust. And so people start making difficult choices. They cannot regulate Bitcoin because Bitcoin is us, all of us. And so as long as I have the ability to have a phone and use that phone, I can use Bitcoin. Any computer, anywhere in the world. They will regulate the exchanges. And so it will be difficult to convert from Bitcoin to euros. And then the real question becomes, what happens when you no longer need to convert to euros? And if they start making it difficult to convert to euros, that pushes more and more people to start using Bitcoin directly. So if I get into a taxi and I don't have euros because I can't convert my Bitcoin, but the taxi driver will take Bitcoin, I don't convert. We are creating a Bitcoin economy that is self-contained. So now it is very difficult to operate only in Bitcoin. But if they make the edges harder and make it harder to get in and out of Bitcoin, what that does is it doesn't keep people out of Bitcoin. It pushes more people into Bitcoin where they can stay.